And I'm live. Hello, everyone. My name is Kamitra. And for those of you who don't know me as yet, I am a business coach who helps people from around the globe to start, set up, and yes, scale their own online business by providing everything that you need in the online space: the tools, the products, the training, the support, all of it, right? So, I am doing these mini series where I am speaking about my experience in the past 4 years of me doing this business and working together with such beautiful people and so many people with different cultures and backgrounds. But some of them all tend to have the same fears that holds them back from life. And you may be one of them, right? So today, I am going to talk about, and I am on number 9 out of 10 in my small episode series. I am going to talk about the things that you're telling yourself that is preventing you from starting your online journey, your online business. And today's one is, what if I fail, right? And in today's society, failure is one of the biggest and most fearful things that stops people from actually moving forward because people see it as something negative, right? Failure may seem like a setback, but in reality, you need to fail in order to succeed. Now, the level of failure all depends on you and your mindset and how you look at something. And I'll explain what I mean, right? If you come into this business model and you say that I am going to try it, I'm going to stick one toe into it, not 10, because I don't know, right? If you decide that you're just going to do that and you stick that one toe, then there is a high possibility that the first rock that falls on you, you're going to walk away and say that this didn't work because you didn't commit fully, right? Now, if you put 5 toes in, a few things probably have to go wrong before you walk away from it, right? Now, if you commit 100% and come in fully knowing that this is going to change your life, then you are going to do what it takes to get that change, to achieve that lifestyle change. And that is what we want. That is what this business represents and why it's changing tens of thousands of people's lives around the world, because it's providing a unique opportunity to give everyday people like myself to change your life, change everything. And when I say your life, I'm not talking about just money. Yes, we absolutely 100% need money to buy things, do things, experience things. But one of the biggest things that I have actually gotten from this business, it's my confidence. It's my ability to see life differently. My perspective has changed. I have grown so much, and I'm just back from Trinidad, my home country. I visited there for 5 weeks. I came back on Monday, and during that 5 weeks, four different people actually came up to me and said that they have seen changes in me, in the way I present myself, the way I carry about myself, and that is because this business has changed not only my direct view and my potential to earn money in a different way from the corporate world, which is a fixed salary, but it has changed everything around me. It has changed my relationships with my husband, with my friends, with my family. It has changed every single thing in my life. And that is why we say it's a lifestyle change, because it's not only about money. Money is important, yes. Now back to, what if I fail? What if you succeed in changing your entire life and you can make an impact not only for yourself, but your friends, your family, for strangers, for the whole world? What if you can make that impact by taking a chance on yourself, right? Now, I can assure you that you are going to fail some days, right? This is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a legit business, just like any other business out there. It is something new that you would start, and just like with anything else in the entire world, there are going to be times where you do something and it does not work out. But that does not mean that you are failing at your business. It means that you did something and it didn't work out, right? So yes, you're going to have some small failures in there, but I promise you, those small failures are what is going to change your life massively. Because to overcome those failures, you have to change your mindset. You have to grow. You have to be willing to open new doors and try new things. And in that process of doing those things, that is what's going to shape you to the success that you actually want to see in your business. Right now, as I was saying that, I remembered something that Tony Robbins said recently, which is success isn't exactly about gaining the next big thing. And of course, I'm paraphrasing, but it's really about the journey of who you become in order to gain that next big thing. And I 100% agree, because anyone who succeeds at something within an hour, 2 hours a week, you're ready for the next one. But the length of time it took you to get there is what was that journey, right? So if you're afraid of failing, you need to open your mind and see that yes, you may have some small failures within, but if you commit to making this work, to change in your life, which you absolutely 100% deserve, then it will and it must work, because you are going to take inspired and guided action. You're not going to just come here and do anything and when it doesn't work out, you are disappointed and you quit. You're not going to do that, because you're going to be in a structured system where the effort that you put in, you know what to expect in return. So therefore, you can tweak what you put in so you can change what you actually get out, right? So we go live every Tuesday and Thursday to share what it actually takes to start and set up on any online business, and then how we have packaged together all of the tools that you need in one place to help everyone bridge that journey from the corporate world to being an entrepreneur, right? Now, when I say bridge, it means I am not asking you to leave your career. I am simply asking you to, if you want to change your life, if you want more money than your current career or corporate world job isn't giving you, if you want more than that, if you want to retire earlier, if you want more free time, if you want more flexibility in your life, then this is the perfect sideline option to start and do that, right? Now, you can, of course, start this if you don't have a career right now. We have lots of stay-at-home moms who's doing that, and they are rocking it in this world, right? So wherever you are right now, you can check this out and see if it's the right fit for you. Personally, for me, back to the first thing I was talking about, where you need to commit 100%, otherwise it's not going to work. When I moved here in 2018 and I started this online journey, I started it saying, I am going to try and see if it works. And it was easy for me to say that because I was an engineer, so I am qualified, which means I can easily get a job here, and my qualifications actually match Canada. So I don't have to go back to school to get a job. I can get a job, right? But and that's why I believe I was afraid to step fully out of my comfort zone, because I felt like I had a fallback plan. And probably 6 months to a year started to pass, and I realized that I wasn't getting the results that I thought I should be getting, or what other people were actually getting. And I started to actually question if the system works. But one day I was reading something and they told me, basically I ended up writing a whole list of all of the reasons why I wanted out of the corporate world in the first place, right? And that list was so long and it was so scary, because for 10 years I had a lot of shit that I dealt with. And when I finished with that list, I recognized that if I go back to the corporate world, that I'm going to go straight back into that, because the base concept was the same. I was working for someone else, which means no matter how nice that company was, they were in control of my time and my salary, because no one is ever going to pay you what you truly believe that you're worth, right? They can only ever pay you what they think that you're worth, but that does not mean that that's what you're worth, right? But with this online business, you get to decide what you're worth. You get to decide how far you want to go, right? In each of our income streams, we have 5. So you get to do that, and you get to mold and build your own future and your life, right? And when I saw that list, I made a decision that day that if thousands of people around the world are using the system and making it, then so can I. And I stopped looking on the outside. I stopped comparing myself to everyone else, because I had no idea what they were actually doing in their own time. All of us had the same exact information, which is what you would get when you join. But what you do with it is what counts. So I started to do something different with it. I started to change my mindset. I started to look within rather than blame and complain on the outside. And that's when I started to see success in my business. And then I started to see different success in my entire life. And as I said, I am talking about more than money. I'm talking about self-growth, self-love. I'm talking about being able to stand here in front of thousands of people watching this video and inviting you to a workshop, right? So every Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. Pacific, we go live. It's a free workshop. Come and see if this could be an opportunity for you to change your entire life, your lifestyle, right? I will see you guys there.